Hello friends and welcome to yet another amazing video of Wisdom Zone, and this is your bro, and I'm quite sure you have already guessed it. I have the third part of 10 useful English vocabulary for everyday life, and today also I'm going to give you 10 useful English vocabulary for your everyday English conversation. So it is my earnest request to all the viewers, please watch this video carefully because I'm going to give you 10 very useful English vocabulary for your everyday conversation. And again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait and immediately subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification of this type of informative video. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. So friends, welcome back once again to the third part of 10 useful vocabulary for everyday life, and today also I'm gonna give you 10 useful English words, and all these words are quite essential for everyday life, and also you can incorporate them in your writing also. So before I move forward and discuss the 10 useful English vocabulary for everyday life, I would like to inform you that I have provided the links of the previous two videos in the description, that is on 10 useful English vocabulary, and the previous two links are given in the description. So if you haven't checked those videos, please do not forget to check those two videos, and they are quite important and you can learn some important vocabulary from there also. So without wasting any more time, let's get started with today's discussion. So friends, as you see, the first useful English vocabulary which we have for today is identical. Identical is an adjective. It is very useful for our conversation. It means exactly the same or very similar. It's called identical. So let me show you how to use it. So as you see the example, friends, that's given on your screen, I got 4 identical shirts on my birthday. So like this way you can use this wonderful word identical. Up next we are going to focus on the second useful vocabulary, as you see on your screen, that is namesake. Namesake is a very useful vocabulary, and let me explain you the meaning. It means a person or thing with the same name. Someone who has the same name like the other person is called namesake. So let me show you how to use it. Ben is quite industrious, unlike his namesake who works at the same office. That means Ben is quite different. He is quite hardworking. That is unlike his namesake and the other person who is having the same name, who is working perhaps at the same office. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next we are going to focus on the third useful English vocabulary for everyday life, that is boast. Boast is a verb. It means expressing excessive pride about one's achievements. When one shows excessive pride or excessive pride about one's achievement, that is called to boast, right? That means to praise oneself more and more and talk about one's achievements. So that is called to boast. So let me show you how to use it. Sam's colleagues find him annoying as he frequently boasts about his past achievements. That means his colleagues find him quite annoying because he frequently praises himself and talks about his past achievements. That is called to boast. So up next we will turn our attention towards the fourth useful English vocabulary for everyday life, that is snob. Snob is a noun. It means someone who gives importance to people of a higher class or affluent class. So that person is called a snob, who gives importance to people who are rich, perhaps who are from higher class. So the person who gives importance to those people only and thinks that they are more important, they are worthy of respect, that person is called a snob. So let's see how to use it. Our next door neighbor is a horrible snob. That means he has this kind of attitude that he gives importance to people who are affluent, perhaps who are from a higher class. So that's why he is called a snob. So up next we are going to focus on the fifth useful vocabulary for everyday life, as you see on your screen, that is horrendous. Horrendous is an adjective. Let me tell you, it means extremely unpleasant or horrible. So let me show you how to use it. As you see the sentence, last week a horrendous burglary took place in Park Circus. That means extremely bad or unpleasant or horrible crime, that is burglary, took place in Park Circus. So I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. Up next, we are going to concentrate on the sixth one, which you see on your screen, that is vicinity. Let me pronounce it once again. It's vicinity. Vicinity is a noun. It means the area around someone. That means your neighborhood. Okay, or area around you is called vicinity, your neighborhood. So let me show you how to use it. There is a popular restaurant somewhere in the vicinity of Lake Gardens. So I'm quite sure it's clear. That means in the surrounding, in that neighborhood, there is a popular restaurant. That's why this word is used, vicinity. So I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. Up next, we are going to focus on the seventh important vocabulary for everyday life, that is pledge. Pledge is a noun. It means a serious promise that is made is called a pledge. So let me show you how to use it. His father has made a pledge to buy him a brand new laptop. That means his father has given him a promise, perhaps a serious commitment or promise to give him a brand new laptop. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we are going to see the eighth one, which is quite useful and also may find it a bit uncommon. So as you see on your screen, it is quintessential. Quintessential, let me pronounce it once again. It's quintessential. Quintessential is an adjective. It means the most typical example of something. Typical example or typical of something is called quintessential. So let me show you how to use it. A quintessential hill station surrounded by lush green trees. That means a typical hill station. Okay, it's called quintessential here. So I'm quite sure it's clear. So up next, we will see the ninth useful English vocabulary for everyday life, that is backfire. So backfire is a verb. It means to have an opposite result of an action or plan is called to backfire. Something that has a totally opposite action than one has planned, that is called to backfire. So let me show you how to use it. Tom's plan to take a long medical leave backfired as the management issued him a warning letter for absenteeism. So that means it did not work. It just went against him, an opposite result, as because he got a warning letter because of absenteeism, whereas his plan was to take a medical leave, but it did not work. It backfired. Okay. Up next, we are going to see the last one for today and the 10th one, that is penultimate. So let me pronounce it once again. It's penultimate. Penultimate is an adjective. It means second from the last. That means last but one left. It's called penultimate. So let me show you how to use it. The best bowler of our team got injured on the penultimate day of the match. Penultimate day means the day just before that. It's called penultimate. So I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. So today I have discussed 10 useful English vocabulary, and I'm quite sure you have understood, and all these words are extremely useful for your everyday life, for everyday conversation. You can incorporate them and use in your writing also to sound more confident and sound more proficient. So I'm quite sure you have understood, and it is my earnest request to use these words. You go through the examples and use these words and comment below. And again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait, friends, and immediately subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification of a new video. So stay tuned for further informative videos, friends, and do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.